page, Ian, should we be on? 372, Mr. Wheeler says. I agree with that. And this page, if you're looking at the top, the sheet I just gave you, it's called Main Idea and Supporting Details. These guys are quick as a whip. I love it. Ian said page 372. Ian, let me ask you a question. When you're on page 372, do you see the same picture that you see right here on your sheet? Ellie? You do? Good. That must mean that we are in the right place. Bless you, Ella. Okay, I'm going to put my paper under the Elmo as we all get ready to get to page 372. And I need to get my book to page 372. Okay, so, you know what, let's read the first one together, and then I'll have you read the second paragraph by yourself. Give Miss Phelps a minute, now I'm the one behind, huh? My material's not ready. Okay, page 372 says, let's read along in the book together. One of Al's duties as the operator was to send the signal 6 every hour on the hour to show the dispatcher at the next station that he was still awake. But the long hours sometimes caught up with him, and he would fall asleep. So the scientist in him had an idea. Soon, Al had invented a device that hooked the telegraphy key to a clock. When the hour struck, the minute hand of the clock sent the message 6 for him. It was a moment of pure genius, which quickly got him fired when his boss discovered he was sleeping on the job. So, do you think you're ready to tell me a main idea, or do you think you need another minute? Should we read it again? Let's read it one more time. One of Al's duties as the operator was to send the signal 6 every hour on the hour to show the dispatcher at the next station that he was awake. Oh, are we all reading? Okay, let's do it. But the long hours sometimes caught up with him, and he would fall asleep. So the scientist in him had an idea. Soon Al had invented a device that hooked the telegraphy key to a clock. When the hour struck, the minute hand of the clock sent the message 6 for him. It was a moment of pure genius, which quickly got him fired when his boss discovered he was sleeping on the job. What do you think the main idea of that whole paragraph on page 372 is? They gave it to us for a reason, right? It's supposed to add to the story. Logan? He fell asleep on the job. That's true. He did do that. I don't know if that sums up the whole entire paragraph, but you know what, Logan? I want you to keep that in your brain because that could be a really good detail. He fell asleep. Oh, look at Logan. He is really locking it in there. Main idea of that whole paragraph. Harper? He did, and what was that called, that thing he invented? Harper described it, but it's one word. It sent a what, Wes?
6 message.
It sent a 6? A what 6? It's one of our vocabulary words. Max? A signal. Harper described it, and Max gave us the word. Good. So a signal that would send the number 6. I wonder how that works. Did it send like 6 beeps? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe. So, can somebody tell me again what the main idea of this was that Harper told us about and Max named? What do I think the main idea of this paragraph is? Lily? You remember what Harper said? Should we call on a friend? Well, maybe I could call on Mr. Blevins because he already has the whole thing written down up here.
Oh,
Gabe, what did you write? He made a signal that would send the number 6 for him. Do we agree? Do you think that covers it pretty well?
Yes.
Good, Gabe. I think that was perfect wording. So let's write that down.
Main idea.
For main idea.
And also, I want to square it. I want to like square it with pencil so it doesn't
Okay.
go into the other one for the details. It's like on the details one. So like,
Yeah, I saw what you did. That's good. You blocked it off. Oh, sorry guys. He made a signal that would send the number 6 for him. Good, I like it. What did you notice? We used pronouns. What's a pronoun we used in there? We used 2. Gracie, what's one of them? He. And what's the other one, Harper? He's one of them. Brayden? Him. And is him a subject or object pronoun? I'm really testing you here. Is him subject? Do we use it to replace the subject? Or is it object? Avery? Object. What about he? Look at it right there. First word of the whole sentence. Manny?
Subject.
Subject. Good. Give me a thumbs up if you have this written down. And you're ready to move on. Gabby, are you ready? Wes? Bella's finishing up. Lil, are you finishing up? Okay, good. Now, you guys told me that the main idea was that he made a signal that would send the number 6. What are the details from this story? Go ahead and look at that paragraph again. I'm sorry, not details from the whole story. Details from this paragraph that would lead you to believe that. Did you just make that up in your brain? You woke up this morning and thought, oh, Thomas Edison made a signal. No one thought that when they woke up? Is that the first thing you think of?
I actually had another
You almost thought of it. Go ahead and look at your paragraph and tell me a detail that details about this paragraph that support that he made this number 6 signal. Ellie?
Wait, why did it?
No, just something that supports our detail. The main idea of this paragraph was that he, okay, 1 minute please, you'll get a chance to talk. He made a signal that would send the number 6 for him. What are details in this paragraph that helps to talk about and support that? He fell asleep, like Logan said. Remember Logan locked that into his brain? Because we know that if he did this signal thing that would send the number 6, what's the effect of that? Like our cause and effect? He decided he was not going to stay awake and he was going to send the number 6 automatically. What was the effect?
It was a pretty smart idea.
It was a genius idea. Max, what was the effect of that?
He got fired.
He got fired because why?
Because he was sleeping.
Somebody found out he was sleeping on the job, right? That didn't last too long. So do you think that for details, maybe a detail of our story is that he got fired? Does that help support the idea that he would, that after he made that signal, that he was going to get fired afterwards? Does that support that? That proves, oh, he really did use that signal because he even got fired for it. 3rd grade, are you with me?
Yeah.
Does that support that? Yes? Okay, let's go ahead and write that down for our details. Gabriel, you want to tell me how we're going to say that? I see you already wrote something down. What do you have?
So he could sleep, but he got fired.
He did. He got fired because he was sleeping. Good, Gabe. I'm going to put a little bullet point here like we use on Microsoft Word sometimes, right? Or Google Docs whenever we're writing a list. Because we might have more than one detail. I'm going to say,
That racing.
the eraser again. He got fired Right. Not just at the house. Go be sleeping on the couch. Right. Okay. Good. You guys are really following along.
You would even not even be able to stay.
Good. I like it. Oh, is Manny ready for the next one already? Okay. You know what? I think that was pretty summative. That pretty much covered why he made that signal. So let's move to our next page. Manny's ready there, Manny. What's our next one?
You have to go to 378.
378. All right, let's make our way over there. So 378 is the picture that you see in your little oval.
Thomas was really young when he invented the
He was. He was a young guy. And then 379 is our paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and read the paragraph. I want you to listen. Why don't I read it first one time, then you read it with me the second time, okay? Okay, are you ready to listen on page 379? Hey, I'm asking you something. You are? But you're not on that page. Oh, we're getting there, okay. Okay, here we go on page 370, one more. 378 and 379. Okay. In 1876, Thomas moved his laboratory to Menlo Park, New Jersey. He invented the carbon transmitter, which amplified the human voice, making the telephone and microphone possible. He also invented a machine that talked, a phonograph. Shortly thereafter, Thomas invented an electric light bulb. He also discovered the principle of sound waves, which made the radio possible. In 1887, he moved his laboratory to West Orange, New Jersey, developing the motion picture and much more. At one point, he had 250 people working for him and 45 inventions going. Wow. Okay, so, do we want to read it together now?
Yes.
All together? Okay. In 1876, Thomas moved his laboratory to Menlo Park, New Jersey. He invented the carbon transmitter, which amplified the human voice, making the telephone and microphone possible. He also invented a machine that talked, a phonograph. Shortly thereafter, Thomas invented an electric light bulb. He also discovered the principle of sound waves, which made the radio possible. In 1887, he moved his laboratory to West Orange, New Jersey, developing the motion picture and much more. At one point, he had 250 people working